Denise Sykes says, Carol, you take lovely photos. Will you be creating a calendar of those wonderful memories?
She's too shy.
Well, no, I did actually look into it last year, because I was seriously considering getting a calendar out in time for Christmas last year. But I couldn't find anywhere online of a company that would take your photos, create a calendar, and deal with all the orders and shipping for you.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I haven't seen anybody that does that.
No.
I assume what they do is they get them printed and then they hang on to them and sell them. But then that's a lot of work, isn't it? Us to sell them and post them out.
You can get calendars made, but then we would have to
do all the work,
sell them out, and and then how many do you order, and
etc.
And I thought it was too much work.
Never say never. If we found the company that would do it all for us, then we might.
If it's a case of here's the photos I want to put in the calendar and they do the work, that's fine. Yeah, so we'll see. Are there certain meals that you only eat during van life? Not really. No.
It's harder in van life, isn't it? Because we tend to do one-pan meals.
They're slightly cooked differently in the van to what you'd cook them at home, because we do them all in one pan.
Yeah.
So
you wouldn't do that
at home. You'd, like if you're doing spaghetti bolognese, you'd use two separate pans and you'd cook the spaghetti at the same time as you're making the sauce. But in the van, you've got to think more ahead and do the spaghetti first. And
we're limited by the equipment we've got in our current van. We don't have an oven, we don't have a grill, do we?
No.
And we've only got one pan, haven't we? Or do we? We have a frying pan as well.
We've got two sizes of frying pans, a big one and a small one.
Don't actually use them very often, do we?
But we use a frying pan for our breakfast, doing fry up like bacon sandwiches.
It's purely the space, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is the limiting factor.
But I wouldn't say that there's anything that we only eat in the van that we wouldn't eat at home. Nothing springs to mind. No. What destination do you really want to go to that you haven't been yet?
We've been to quite a few places, haven't we?
Yeah.
I don't have a bucket list of locations that I'm thinking of.
No, I'm just looking forward to going more into Europe and doing more of Italy, Switzerland, Germany.
We haven't done anywhere near enough of going over the channel.
Places like that, and more of France as well.
Yeah,
because there's lots out there.
France is so lovely because wild camping is so easy. Yeah. So we'll be doing a lot more of that, won't we?
Hopefully, that is the plan.
Within our 90-day limit.
Yeah. Okay, question from Diesel Bushcraft. Have you got a really special place that you both have on your bucket list of places to visit? Sort of number one favourite that you both want to go to, and why is it such a special place for you?
I think we just answered that one, haven't we?
Well, if you're talking not necessarily in the camper van.
Oh, I see. Bucket list.
Just a bucket list place to visit.
Well, you probably have then, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I just love travelling and want to see as much of the world as I can while I can. So the places that I haven't been to that I'd really like to go to are Japan.
Now, do you still think that, having seen some of the YouTubers in
but
Japan?
I wouldn't do it in a camper van. I'd go do like a fly drive tour and go to, the main parts of Japan, like, that you see, that you would go to on an escorted tour.
Yeah.
And I have never been to South America, so I'd like to go to South America.
Yeah.
And there's lots of countries there to explore, and I've always wanted to go to Russia as well, but obviously that's off the cards at the moment.
You could probably still go, whether you can come back or not.
Come back, but maybe one day. Yeah. And then there's lots of other places in the Far East, like Vietnam, places like that I haven't been. But maybe one day.
It all depends on the size of the cockroaches for me.
Yeah.
Because we've been a few places, haven't we, where they've been running around the room.
Yeah. Oh, I don't. Oh, I hate
don't like that.
cockroaches. I just can't bear
just
cockroaches.
can't bear them.
No.
Yeah, I like America. I'd love to go back to America. We've done America a few times, haven't we? I always enjoy being there. Yeah, the South, we haven't been, have we?
Not South America, no.
We just missed Tornado, didn't we, when we were on doing Route 66?
Yes, yeah.
We were driving along and we couldn't understand why there was all these leaves in the road.
Yeah.
And all the trees were bare because, you know, that doesn't really happen to us over here, do we?
No.
And it was only a small one. It wasn't a massive one, but everything had been stripped and the road was like a green carpet.
It's just coming into St. Louis.
Yeah, and then that night, have we got any video up on that? I can't remember if we have.
Well, it won't be on YouTube because it's before we had the channel, but we probably have got
a
video of it. We'll try and dig it out.
Try and dig it out.
When we checked into our hotel,
yeah, then the storm was coming.
And you could see the sky just went black.
Yeah.
And hailstones.
Coming down,
the most vicious hailstorm I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then the next morning we went to get our car.
It was all like,
and it was all dented in the roof from the hailstones.
I was really pleased we'd taken out the full insurance.
We had to ring the insurance company.
It was completely dented.
They said, "Oh yeah, that's fine. That must have happened before."
The most terrifying thing about that I found was we bought one of those emergency broadcast radios.
Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of the Missouri Ozarks and extreme southeast Kansas.
And these messages were going off, and of course we didn't have a clue where we were.
Yeah, they're mentioning all these
counties, you know, and the roads blocked, the rivers burst its banks,
flooding here,
flooding there, and we couldn't. They were coming out so fast, the warnings, we couldn't even locate where we were on the map, could we? That was a frightening experience, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, America then and Japan for you, so no doubt we'll end up in Japan at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
Would you like us to see us go to Japan?
We wouldn't be in a camper van if we didn't go.
I'll start learning the language now then.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's awkward. Yeah. Okay, so moving on. Adrian Jarrett asks, we recently bought a camper van and would love to know what you find challenging or difficult about living in your van.
Sorry, they've recently bought
a camper van.
A camper van.
So what do you find, what do you love and what do you find challenging or difficult living in a van?
Okay, you go.
What I love about being in a camper van is that you can wake up somewhere different every day, you know, the freedom to travel, like anywhere a car can go on a road. If you've got a small camper van, you can go in your camper van, and as long as you can find somewhere nice to park, you know, you can wake up somewhere different every day, and it's just fun, and the freedom to go places. That's what I love.
Same for me, really. I just like it is just like having a car where you can park your car, we can park our camper van.
Yeah.
And I still think that will be the case with the next one.
Yes.
It's not a great difference in size.
Yeah, even people with big motorhomes, you know.
Yeah, they can do the vast majority of it, but there is no road or anything that you wouldn't be prepared to drive into, is there?
No.
And park up.
And it's just so relaxing because of that.
Yeah.
Your back.
It was scary.
Yeah, it looks scary.
Downsides then?
The challenging or difficult is you're challenged on the space, which sometimes can be a pain. So you just have to get used to the fact that if you're doing anything, only one of you can really do anything at a time because there's not enough space to move around and move past each other. And when you finish doing something, you've got to put everything back where it belongs before you can get anything else out. You can't leave things lying around.
But I think that's a positive.
But that's good because you keep a tidy van.
You keep a tidy van. I think that's actually a positive. I mean, we can't leave dirty dishes or anything like that, can we?
No, not got the space.
No, so we tend to do it straight away.
So everything takes longer because you're only able to do one thing at a time. So it's not like I can be doing this while you get on doing something else, you know, and like getting up in the morning, like only one of us can wash at a time. Yeah. So, and get dressed, so that takes longer. But
those problems just pale into insignificance.
Yeah, but what's the hurry anyway? You're
to
on
the fun
holiday.
you have in
Yeah.
a camper van, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
I would urge people with camper vans, go and try wild camping.
Yeah.
Don't lock yourself on sites
Yeah.
with everybody peering at you. If
So
we
much fun.
if we were just doing campsites, we wouldn't do much of it, would we? I don't think.
No, we'd probably have a much more luxurious motorhome if we were just doing campsites.
Yeah, we would.
And
Yeah,
then
you
have
would.
A few
You
more
might as well have.
then.
You might as well have the full
The
Monty.
comfort, yeah.
If you're just going to be doing campsites.
Yeah. Yeah, but good luck with your camper
Yeah,
van.
good luck.
I hope you have a lot of fun. Karen Chapman asks, how long have you been camping with the Little Red Camper?
You can answer
Well,
that because I never really remember.
You never know. Well, we picked it up in October 2019. So what's that, 3.5 years? Yeah, so that's how long we've had the Little Red Camper. And obviously, other than when we were locked down with the pandemic and couldn't travel anywhere,
Yeah.
we've been away as much as we can.
How many miles has it done now? Do you know?
I think someone asks that later on.
Oh, okay.
We've done about 24,000 miles.
24, yeah.
Yeah, which would have been a lot more without
Would
the
have
lockdowns.
been, yeah.
We'd have done a lot more.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Just a quick update on the sale of our van. We've decided we're going to hold on to it until our new van arrives in the country. That way we know we're guaranteed to be able to change it. So we'll let you know more on that when we can.